Hello. There's a chance you're the type of guy that is privileged and knows that, and thinks and knows that you aren't really doing the most with your privilege, that you possibly could, that you're not really making the most of your life, making the most of your blessings, really working hard and making sure you're going to have a good impact on the world. And if you feel that way, that's fucking awesome as fuck. Like, to actually care that much, and to actually admit your own privilege and to know that is honestly pretty fucking legendary. That's cool as fuck. But it's painful, right? It is painful, knowing that. It's a fucking shit feeling. But, then we also don't feel like we have the strength of fucking discipline and for doing that hard work, and you're just stuck in this state of feeling like shit and feeling guilty, but just continuing to consume and to stimulate yourself and not locking in and putting in the hard work, because it would just be miserable and you don't think that you actually have it in you. What I want to tell you in this video is that you absolutely have it in you, for one thing, but also the fact that you care and that you feel this anxiety means that if you were to put in the hard work, which is not ever going to feel good, it is going to be fucking difficult, and it's not supposed to feel nice, ever. Discipline is not supposed to feel fucking good. It is an act of, doing shit that you can admit to yourself, this does not feel good, I don't want to do this, but you just do it anyway. Yes, it's fucking difficult, but to relieve yourself of that anxiety, it's so worth it. It's so fucking worth it. Your life will, I guarantee, I can promise, will be easier afterwards. I'm not saying it's easy to do the discipline. The discipline is hard and it will never be easy. But if you feel this way, these feelings, they fucking eat you up inside, and they are so detrimental to you. It's not worth it. I promise you it's not worth it. It is actually more worth it to just put your head down and fucking focus and go through the discipline to relieve yourself of that anxiety. And not only do you get to relieve yourself of that anxiety, you also get the fucking results right from the work, which is awesome as fuck. So you get the feeling of being fuck, I'm actually doing some shit with my life, and you get the results. So just imagine what that would actually feel like, to actually be confident that you're not wasting it. Because I know, trust me, I've fucking been there. I know what it feels like when you you think oh, am I wasting my life? And you try and sort of convince yourself that you're not, that you're actually making the most and you're being good. But trust me, if you're having that fucking battle, it just means that you can do more. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. It's not pleasant to feel that way. And some people don't. Some people just have their privilege and they're just happy with it, and it's fine, and they don't think about this. That's why I think you're a fucking legend for thinking this, because that it's fucking cool, right, that you're actually acknowledging a privilege. And it might not be white male privilege or whatever in the sense of it, but it's just you're blessed fucking life, just not making the most of your life in general. You don't have to be that privileged. You could be I'm quite a privileged fucking person, right? Respect. There are millions and millions of people that are more privileged than me, but all things considered, I'm Reese. Hello, dog. I'm reasonably quite privileged, and you might be less privileged than me, but still it's just not so much about the privilege, but more so just about making the most of your life, right? So just imagine what that would feel like to actually have no anxiety about wondering whether or not you're actually wasting your life, knowing with full confidence yeah, I'm fucking I'm doing the most, I'm really trying to fucking help the world, I'm putting in effort, this is fucking good, right? Now, what does it take to actually get there? It's sort of it's an unsexy answer, but it's sort of up to you. It's whatever will satisfy you enough, you know what I mean? Some people, as I said, don't have to do anything and they're already satisfied. Some people, you see those people that they work fucking they volunteer, they devote their entire life, and they still just they feel so guilty. And that actually reminds me of something else I want to speak about. But they still feel so guilty, and that's really not pleasant. But I'm sort of at like definitely a high level where I need to be, being very productive and like doing a lot of shit and knowing that I'm really fucking trying. And it's like, some people would say it's unhealthy and like, yeah, you should just enjoy your privilege, enjoy your life. But the whole point of this is that we don't, right? The whole point is that like, we don't enjoy it. We can't just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna enjoy my video games. And you still do that shit, obviously. But the point is like, you're here and you're watching this, and this is how I felt as well. That was like, I still just thought like, yeah, or everyone around me was like, just enjoy it. And it was like, I can't though. Like for some reason, I just like need to know that I'm making the most of my life and making the most of my privilege, which is why I think it's fucking awesome as fuck that you feel this way. If you're here watching this still, I assume you feel this way. And another really important point, which you probably have like already thought of if you're similar to me and you think about this kind of thing, is that like, what a terrible use of your privilege to be feeling guilty for being privileged and for not using your privilege. You know what I mean? What a terrible, terrible use. There's like the worst use, which is like, basically being a piece of shit, being like an evil person. And it's like you've been given this blessed life and just like wasting it, being a piece of shit, like you're not even caring, and that includes like just wasting it without even, like, I know this is like, there's nothing like wrong with like self-destructiveness, you know what I mean? Like there's nothing morally wrong about like being a lazy bum, but there kind of is. There actually kind of is, because it's like if you're privileged, like if you've been given privilege and you're just like a lazy piece of shit, there kind of is something morally wrong with that, because it's like, bro, you need to help the world. You know what I mean? You're a really fucking lucky guy, and like you should fucking help the world. And it's like, oh, he's only destructing himself. Like, yeah, you're only destroying yourself, but there's potential. There's a version of you that is helping the world, and you're not going to be that version. So you're kind of like restricting the world of a potential benefit. So there kind of is something morally actually wrong with that, right? And then the next level up, the best level is like, what I'm suggesting here, but the next level up is where you're at, where it's like, you do acknowledge your privilege and you really want to be, making the most of it, but you are still feeling lazy and feeling guilty, right? And it's like, just out of your own like respect for the people who don't have privilege, for the people who weren't lucky enough, for the people who don't have blessed lives, it's like, imagine what they could do if they could, spend a day in your life. Like imagine if they could like live your life, how grateful they would be, which is my next point, and how much they would be doing, right? So it's like, even if you don't give a fuck about, okay, so it's like, what I'm talking about is improving and making the most of your life. But even if you're like, okay, well, I don't really care about improving myself, which like, another point, and I'll talk about later, it's like, well, improving yourself is actually not selfish. Then it's still like, you should still use your blessing wisely. You know what I mean? Because like, there are so many people out there who like would love to have your privilege, and you're wasting it. And it's like, so for the sake of them, fucking do it, right? Even if you don't care about it for your own. Because obviously, if you stop wasting your life, you get wicked benefits for your own life. But even if you don't care about that, just do it for that reason. So yeah, like, it's a sad use of privilege to be feeling guilty. Like, imagine what those people would be like if they're like, oh my god, today's little boy, like, this is what a privileged man in the first world or whatever, this is how he thinks, and it's just him feeling like guilty that he's privileged. The little kid would be like, the fuck? Why is he feeling guilty? He has everything that I want. He has everything that I could fucking dream of having. Why is he just feeling guilty about that? And it's because he's not working hard. So it's like, bro, just fucking work hard to like fuck that feeling off. You know what I mean? For yourself, and also for like, that it's just fucked. To feel guilty for having privilege is the biggest waste of privilege ever. how dare you, like, and I'm not angry at you because I did this for so long and I understand, like, you don't want to feel this way, but you need to understand, like, it's fucked, right? So with all this, you need to know that you are capable of the hard work, because that is the only way out of this, okay? There's no other way out of this. You fucking know this, right? You have to become disciplined. You have to start making the most of your life. And it will not be easy. It will not feel good, all right? It doesn't feel good. It actually feels like fucking bad, right? Like, being disciplined and being productive. Like, if it was easy, we would all be doing it already. It will feel like difficult, but for all of these reasons, it's like, dude, it's so fucking worth it. Like, just to put yourself through that difficulty and just acknowledge, be like, yeah, this is gonna, like, hurt. Like, it's not gonna be fun to get my shit together. It's not fun getting your shit together and getting your life together and becoming disciplined. Like, you have to do lots of boring shit and you have to cut out fun shit, but you know that it's fucking right. And even though it's boring and you do boring shit and you cut out fun shit, the benefit of, like, actually knowing, just being like, I am making the most of my life. I am using my privilege to for good. It's so worth it. And don't think it's like a fucking, like, a thing of like, oh, well, like, you should just be, like, happy with yourself. And it's like, some people think it's like an unhealthy pursuit. Discipline being like, oh, you're so obsessed with, like, being productive all the time. You just need to relax. And it's like, yeah. It's so true. The thing is, we can't help it. Guys like you and I, we can't help it. So it's like, we don't have an option anyway. Yeah, it might be unhealthy, right? It could be fucking unhealthy that it's like we have to be productive all the time just to feel good. But I'm just telling you, bro, I promise from my fucking years of experience, you can't stop that feeling. So you may as well just, like, address it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can fucking, like, argue that you shouldn't feel that way, but, like, you do. All right? And you can try, but I promise you, like, the only solution we have is to actually make the most of it. And the thing is, like, it's like, yeah, all right, well, I'll just be a fucking sacrifice for the human race then. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm the type of guy that, like, pathologically I need to be productive all the time, and it's like, oh, my life's so cursed. Well, I'll just do some good shit for humanity then. And it's like, yeah, okay, my life's a bit miserable because I have to be productive, but, like, I'm doing something awesome for humanity. By the way, this is what I'm trying to do for humanity. Like, help fucking guys like you improve their lives and get their mental health better and shit. Like, yeah, so it's like, fuck it. That's kind of fucking cool. Anyway, you know what I mean? Even if it turns out that I'll be less happy. Honestly, you can probably tell by, like, looking at me and, like, knowing my content and everything that I actually am happy as fuck, even though I am a bit cursed of, like, really needing to be productive all the time. It's like, I actually am happy as fuck, and it's, like, cool as fuck, and it's a good life, even though there is some, like, some sort of, like, it is sad sometimes that I, like, can't just relax as much as, like, I want to, but it ends up with me, you know, putting good shit into the world, and it's like, fuck it, you know? How fucking awesome is that? So yeah, the next thing I want to talk about is gratitude. Gratitude, and specifically gratitude journaling. So my phone might die at any moment, so I really apologise if that happens. If the video just ends abruptly, it's because my phone has died. But the next thing, and if it does, I'll continue this in the next video, I'll probably be in a different setting, but continuing my next 2 points, which kind of as a reminder for me is, 1, gratitude, and 2, that self-improvement is not selfish. So for gratitude, like, one of the huge issues of this guilt, now I'm talking more about not making the most of your life, but specifically guilt for not feeling, actually, yeah, I guess it's the same thing. Guilt for, like, not being as grateful and as appreciative of your privilege as you should be. Now, the thing is, your issue, right, is that you're not grateful enough. Like, you know you should be more grateful and you should be more... Bro, gratitude is a skill. You can just get more grateful. Like, you can try... Like, how awesome is that? You're like, oh, fuck, I need to be more grateful. And you keep thinking to yourself, like, oh, you need to spend time and sit down and just be more... Yeah, you can do it. Gratitude journaling, right? Gratitude journaling... I actually have my gratitude journal right here. Is every day you have, like, a little diary like this, right? And every day... you just, yeah, here we go. So you just write, this is one day, this is the next day. It's shit handwriting because, like, I don't read this back. You know, you just write it once and then, so it's like, if your handwriting's shit, it doesn't matter. Yeah, many days. This is like, I go through, like, multiple of these diaries every year. every day you sit down and you just write half a little page like that about being grateful, and you have to write it down, all right? No on your phone or anything. Writing it down is so much more powerful. You spend some time every day actually being grateful. So yeah, what you do is you just write down shit that you're grateful for. It could be a list of things, or it could be like, I'm really grateful for, like, the other day I gratitude journal about my grandparents that are really old and, like, you know, not going to be around for much longer. And it's like, I've really taken them for granted, and it makes me feel like shit. So I just gratitude journaled about them, which I don't know why I hadn't done before, honestly. Gratitude journaled like hundreds of times, probably. And yeah, I was just like, fuck, like, I'm so lucky to have them. And you spend some time writing down, actually being grateful. And it makes you feel like, it's obviously good, but it just makes you feel good, because it's like, fuck, okay, I am being grateful. Right, which is kind of like selfish and a bit twisted. But then, also, like, fuck, I've got this insane lighting on me right now. It's actually not very pleasant to look at, so I apologise. But also, like, being grateful is just a good thing, right? It's a character trait that's amazing to have. So if you're feeling guilty for not being grateful enough, the thing is, you do this every day, and it actually trains it like a skill for you to be more grateful. You're learning how to be grateful, right? Like, you will just become a more grateful person, which is awesome as fuck. Like, being grateful and, like, not worrying that you're not grateful enough. That is such a shit feeling to have. Worrying about not being grateful enough sucks. You can instead focus on increasing your gratitude and then just be grateful. You know how good being grateful feels? It's like the best fucking feeling possible on earth, bro. Like, it's actually so good. Like, just like sitting here and just like actually being grateful, not feeling guilty for not being grateful, not being like, this is so amazing, oh my god, I need to appreciate it more. Not feeling like that, but actually appreciating it more. And it's like, well, how the fuck do I appreciate it more? Because I used to think about this all the time, thinking like, man, I need to appreciate life more. I need to appreciate my life more. No, not thinking that, but actually appreciating it more. Actually training yourself to appreciate it more. You can actually do that. And it's through gratitude journaling. And the act of doing it is appreciating it more anyway. Like, imagine how good that would feel if you could stop worrying about appreciating your life and just start appreciating it. And you can train it with gratitude journaling, right? It's fucking, like, it's so good. There was one more thing that I wanted to say about gratitude journaling, which is that, yeah, it's just awesome as fuck to know that, like, you are putting in effort. Like, how cool is this? Every day, because it's an act of discipline, right? To, like, every single day, part of your routine is you sit and, like, write in this book. Like, I haven't even done it today. Like, I've missed it today. I usually do it every morning, but I'm, like, on a holiday right now, so I'm out of schedule. I'll do it after this video. But it's an act of discipline, and to know that you're literally putting yourself through hardship, you're committing an act of discipline just to increase your gratitude. Holy shit! Like, that's fucking awesome as fuck, right? Also, I just thought, like, if my phone battery does die, because I'm on 10% now, I don't think I'll keep recording, because the vibes will be so different when I'm, like, in a different setting, and, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be in a completely different state of mind. So the video will just cut off randomly, probably. I might just go until my phone dies. Hopefully I can wrap everything up before that, though. But yeah, like, every day knowing that you're literally setting aside time, you're committing an act of discipline just to increase your gratitude. Like, what an amazing feeling, right? What an amazing feeling. That's, like, potent fucking, like, that's, like, fully addressing this problem, like, right at the fucking tip. Right? All this other shit of, like, becoming disciplined and, like, making the most of your life and blah, blah, blah. That's all, like, if I'm gonna bite or something. That's all, like, really, really good and improving your life and addressing this issue. But, like, this is, like, pinpoint accuracy on the fucking issue, right? Like, this specific gratitude journaling. So, yeah. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is, you know, you might be fully convinced, but be like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like, how do I fucking contribute to the world? How do I become disciplined and stop wasting my life? And, like, what the fuck can I actually do? And my suggestion is self-improvement, right? Is that you start on self-improvement, which is, like, devoting yourself to improving yourself, upgrading yourself, fixing your mental health, upgrading your body and your mind and your confidence and your finances and all that shit. And I think, well, that's selfish, right? It's like this whole this whole, I actually like, feel like I'm a bit, like, I've got like stinging down my fucking neck, dude. I actually got bit by like some crazy shit. I should fucking get that checked out. Right, well fuck, you might be like, it might be my last moments on this earth. It's quite fitting for this video. See how red that shit is, dude? I know it looks red in the sun, but like, yeah, some sort of bite, some sort of insect bite or something. Oh well, I'll survive. It's Australia, so I might fucking die, but no. Anyway, moving on. Sorry for that fucking distraction. It's unprofessional. But I'm not fucking professional. I'm just telling you like what I think about shit. But yeah, so self-improvement. You might think, oh yeah, selfish though. It's just for yourself. It's not like gonna fix this. No. When you go on self-improvement, you become capable of helping the world so much more, right? When you get your mental health fixed, when you become, you know, your dopamine detox, for example, your focus gets so much better. You can like, your attention span gets wider. You can just do more work. So like, even if your work right now is already helping the world, say you work for some like company that like supplies fucking food to like starving people or some shit. Bro, if you dopamine detox, right, which is a part of self-improvement, you meditate, which is a part of self-improvement, it upgrades your own brain, your own attention span, everything. Well, you're going to be better at your job and you're going to help the world more. So it's actually not selfish. In terms of like, upgrading your physique though, bro, upgrading your physique is just something that you want, which will make you happier, which means like that's one less thing you can think about. But also it's just like, it makes you feel good and it makes your energy good and it makes you happy. And it's like, you're obviously just going to be in a better position to help the world then. Like, fuck anyone who says like, oh, it's selfish, it's just so you feel good. It's like, yeah, but I do feel good now. And now that I feel good, I can like feel better when I talk to people and help the world and like just be a more stronger fucking force. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous, these people saying like, oh, it's just so you feel better about yourself. It's like, yeah, but this piece of shit, right? Sorry, but like this guy who's just a piece of shit and doesn't feel good about himself is how capable is he of helping the world? You know what I mean? Say like the world needs like some men to fucking help them do some shit. And it's like their options is this one guy who says, oh, you only go to the gym to feel good about yourself. And then there's me who goes to the gym so I feel good about myself. They're going to choose me to help, right? Obviously, because they're like, yeah, this guy's like better. Like, you know, I know it's fucked, but it's also just true. It's also fucking true. So those are just a couple of examples, but self-improvement as a whole. By the way, if you want to like, no, this is not really the spirit of this video to advertise you some shit, but it's just like true. The first thing in the description is my course where I like tell you like the whole self-improvement shebang, basically, like the whole everything you can do, or free call, or call me, link in the description as well, and I'll just run you through everything. Like I'll just help you with the shit. But like, yeah, so self-improvement, it's all about, you know, improving yourself, right? Improving your own fucking yourself. You know, selfishly in some ways, yeah, sure, selfishly, but like for numerous reasons that is actually unselfish, because if you selfishly get better and get happier and get more shit, well, you can help the world. You know, you get more money, you can donate it. Yeah, sweet. Like it's ridiculous to think that it's not actually like, yeah, if you're like a piece of shit, then like, yeah, obviously it's not going to help the world, but you're not a piece of shit, so like shut up, you know what I'm saying? We need more guys that are good and not pieces of shit to be on self-improvement, to like show the world that like this shit is actually good. Because there are admittedly some like really selfish, narcissistic, vain, like, you know, guys who get rich and jacked and just like do weird shit or whatever, but that's just not what I'm fucking talking about. And then there's the thing of like, okay, well, like there's shit that you really want. You really want to be more attractive and like have more money and like have better mental health, and it's like, you're not in a position to help the world because it's like you have other more pressing issues. And it's like, oh, you shouldn't worry about what you look like. Yeah, you shouldn't, but you do. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you shouldn't worry about getting, you know, more attraction from girls or whatever. It's like, yeah, you shouldn't, but you do. You know, there's nothing you can, like, cutting that desire off is just going to make you weird as fuck, and you're not going to be able to like properly like help the world as much as like you can, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even have to help, like helping the world is like something awesome as fuck, but just being good, even like the more disciplined, the more better of a person you are, the more you respect yourself, self-love and everything, you'll be a better son, a better father, a better friend, like even if it's just locally you helping, you know, being better and everything. And then finally, like just your ability to help in general. Say that your fucking destiny is like to do some like some fucking sort, like I said with a job, to help the world in some way, the more developed and the more like better of a person you are, the more stronger and mentally, physically, in all these ways, the more self-respect, the more confident, all of this just makes you better at helping the world. It's like, say some guy who's like fully undeveloped in all ways, and it's like, do we want him to help the world? It's like, not really. He's not going to be that helpful. You know what I'm saying? But if you're fully developed, if you're a strong, confident, powerful man, present, and all this shit, then it's like, yeah, fuck yeah, you'll be able to help heaps. So self-improvement is not selfish at all. And that is a great, great way to like start fucking like making the most of your life and appreciating your life. You know, again, all the shit in the program, but like dopamine detoxing and meditating and like doing all the shit to just improve yourself and get yourself set up. And honestly, like even on that self-improvement routine, that's still only like a couple of hours a day. You can start like working towards some business or some shit that helps the world as well. Like fucking start now. Honestly, like if you don't have more other shit to do, like school or work or whatever the fuck. And even if you do, still, you know, try and make the time. Like, because as I said, like it just feels fucking good and it makes you feel good. So just, as I said at the start of this video, this whole idea is like getting rid of that anxiety and feeling good and knowing you're doing the most is so fucking worth it. I just realized this video might not save if I don't end. So I'm going to end it right fucking now because I'm nervous. But it's so fucking worth it to actually put in the hard work because you feel good as fuck. But then you also get the fucking results. The anxiety leaves you. It's just so fucking good. And yeah, holy fuck. Sorry to end this on like a rush note, but I really want to keep this video. So love you guys. Bye.